Rohan Patel, comic book movie. Hey guys, how are you?
Good, good. How
Sup?
are you?
It's great to meet you guys. I loved, huge fan of Bad Boys, so that was such a great movie.
I
Thank you
appreciate
so
it. Thank you very
much.
much.
And so like Bad Boys, which you got to like reinvent the franchise basically. You get to tackle something completely new with Miss Marvel. So like, did it kind of help you guys that you didn't have to necessarily be beholden to what came in the MCU past, and that you were just able to kind of craft your own corner of the this new MCU?
Yeah, it was a great opportunity to try to do something a bit different, and Kevin Feige gave us really, like he said, this is the base, this is Miss Marvel, but you can maneuver in terms of style and the visual aspect of it the way that we wanted, and that's why for instance we wanted to do the animation aspect in it, which was something that was not in the script or in the original concept, and we were inspired by Into the Spider-Verse and Scott Pilgrim, and yeah, we wanted to go into the head of Kamala Khan and try to translate what her dream world was, her fantasy worlds, and even though it is something that was not present in the other aspects of in the other shows of the MCU, after like a big presentation with some examples and arguments as if we were lawyers, we showed it to Kevin and other people at Marvel, Lou and Victoria, and they were just sold for the idea, and they say, go for it, guys, make your visual style the way you want, don't go overboard, but stay true to the story and the character, and go for it. So that was really very, very nice to be able to do something different.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. The Spider Verse. I'm glad you said that because it feels exactly like a live action Spider Verse, which it just comes out all brilliantly.
Yeah.
And
thank
so
you.
like you're working with Iman, who's relatively new on the scene. So, but she's perfect as Kamala. So like, how was working with her and like guiding her through this process? And like, you guys are both like, this is something completely new for both of you. So, what was that experience just working with her and seeing her grow into this role?
Yeah, Iman Vellani, we saw her in the casting, and it was immediate click. Like, yeah, she's destined to be Kamala Khan. Her story is really parallel to Kamala Khan's story because Iman is Pakistani Canadian, like Kamala Khan is between the American culture and the Pakistani Islamic culture. And at the same time, Iman is also just a huge fan of Marvel, really a Marvel expert, and like Kevin Feige is her idol, and Iron Man is her favorite movie. And she herself is also very smart, intelligent, funny, and has a lot of charisma. And she brought so much to Kamala Khan of herself. She brought it to the next level. It was just a blessing to work with her. She's also just a film maker. She thinks like in story and character. And for us, it was just mind blowing to meet Iman, who never played in a movie ever. But
Mhm.
now is really the heart and soul of the show,
Yeah.
and that's a true blessing for us as directors.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, she's like a complete veteran. And so like you have like the unique like a lot of times when they say like a Asian representation, South Asia is a very big place that you guys have a lot of land to cover. There's India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. So it's like it's a lot of places that you had to cover the entire Middle East. And it's like, but so what was it like in the writers room where you have to like, she's very Pakistani, like she has the she's very much into her family, but she at the same time she's also an American. So like what was that like back and forth in the writers room where you have all these different kind of cultures in this whole like giant melting pot?
But for us, it was a bit also a connection to our origin, our story. We are Moroccan, Belgian, so North African, Arab, Muslims, and
Hmm.
when we read Kamala Khan's story as this 15-year-old teenager was in between those two worlds, those two cultures, and this kind of identity crisis, searching for herself. Where does she belong? Does she belong in the Pakistani world, the American world, and not knowing what her place is? That's really what we went through when we were teenagers, also not knowing, are we Moroccan, Muslim, are we Belgian? And that was really relatable. So we put a lot of our own experience, our family dynamic, like the father played by Mohan is a bit based on his father.
Yeah,
you
my
know
father is also like an old man with wisdom.
wisdom and the same
Yeah.
the same clothing styles and all that. So all that aspect of our cultural background helped us a lot because there's a lot of similarities with the South Asian background. But at the same time, we also had, obviously, we had Iman Vellani, we had Sana Amanat, who co-created the comic book, who was producer on the show, who's herself a Pakistani American. We had Sharmina Bai Chino, who's from Karachi, a director. So all, we had enough people that really knew the culture really well and knew how to translate it in an authentic way, and at the same time just telling a very international, universal story that anybody can relate to, whether or not you are South Asian or Muslim or not.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I 100% related to her trying to go to parties and stuff like that in high school. But thank you.
Exactly.
This has been so awesome. I love that Shah Rukh Khan reference in the in episode 2. I'm sure you can see it behind me. But
Yeah.
man,
He's the numero
but
uno,
thank
you know, the
Uh,
great Shah Rukh Khan,
yeah,
SRK.
yeah, we want to make a remake with from Bad Boys with him.
Yeah,
So
that would be nice.
that would be awesome, man. That would be awesome. But thank you guys so much. I really appreciate this.
Thank you very much.
thanks.
Great to meet you.